Hello, I'm Lieutenant Scott Rywell. I'm here to introduce two policies designed to reduce liability and improve operations within our organization: the Internet and Social Media Guidelines and the Family and Medical Leave Act, FMLA policy. I'll briefly explain the purpose of each policy, address anticipated questions, particularly those related to discipline, and highlight potential legal concerns if these policies are not followed. The purpose of Internet and Social Media Guidelines is to protect the Norwalk Fire Department, its employees, and the public by establishing clear expectations for appropriate online conduct. Online behavior, whether on duty or off duty, can directly impact the department's reputation, influence public trust, and potentially place the city of Norwalk in a legally vulnerable position. This policy is intended to safeguard the Norwalk Fire Department's reputation, protect patient confidentiality, preserve evidence, protect the city from potential legal liability, and clearly distinguish personal opinion from official department statements. This policy is not about restricting lawful speech or union activity. It's about setting clear boundaries so individual actions do not unintentionally create risk or confusion for the department or the city. The purpose of the department's FMLA policy is to ensure compliance with federal law and to establish clear, legally compliant guidelines regulating the use of leave under the Family and Medical Leave Act. This policy is designed to balance the needs of employees and their families with the operational demands of the fire department. This policy is designed to ensure eligible employees receive legally protected leave, establish a clear and consistent process for requesting and approving leave, protect supervisors and administrators from making unlawful decisions, and reduce claims of retaliation, interference, or discrimination. By clearly defining eligibility, documentation requirements, and employee responsibilities, the policy supports both employee rights and organizational stability. As with most policy rollouts, there will be some questions or concerns. Rather than wait for rumors or misunderstandings, I want to address a couple of questions we anticipate hearing most often. Will I be disciplined for something I post on my own time? Discipline under the social media policy is not based on personal opinion or off-duty status. It is based on the content of the post and whether it violates the policy or negatively impacts the department. An employee may comment on an area of public concern, such as public safety or emergency services, provided the employee does not identify themselves as speaking on behalf of the department or disclose non-public information. Employees may not post confidential patient information, images, video, audio, or other content related to investigations. Discriminatory or harassing comments regarding coworkers or the public will not be tolerated. Progressive discipline applies. Depending on the nature of the violation, discipline may include counseling, training, or formal corrective action. Termination is generally reserved for serious violations or repeated misconduct. Can I be disciplined for how I use FMLA leave? Employees cannot be disciplined, retaliated against, or treated differently for lawfully requesting or using FMLA leave. FMLA protected time cannot be used as the basis for discipline. However, discipline may occur if an employee fails to comply with notice requirements, provides false or misleading information, or abuses FMLA leave. For example, working another job while on FMLA leave or failing to provide required notice or medical documentation may result in an investigation and potential progressive discipline. Employees will not be reassigned, demoted, or disciplined simply for taking approved FMLA leave. This policy clearly defines the responsibilities of both the employer and the employee and aligns with the City of Norwalk's FMLA policy. In the context of social media, not all employee speech is protected under the First Amendment. Speech by a public employee that is unrelated to their job and does not involve a matter of public concern is not evaluated under the Pickering balancing framework. Clear Internet and social media guidelines help the department distinguish protected speech from unprotected conduct before discipline becomes necessary. Likewise, the FMLA policy reduces legal risk by ensuring consistent, lawful handling of medical leave and protecting against claims of interference, retaliation, or discrimination. In summary, these policies are not about punishment. They're about clarity, consistency, and protection. These policies are intended to protect employee rights while also protecting the department, the city, and the people we proudly serve.